This is for unknown A. So the unknown solution is a clear, colorless solution in this centrifuge tube. Step 1A is being performed. 6 molar hydrochloric acid is going to be added to the unknown. Immediately, cloudiness occurs in the tube. Step 1A was completed, as well as steps 1B through 1D. So the precipitate was washed twice. So in this tube is just the washed precipitate that will be used in step 2. Now steps 2A and 2B were completed. The precipitate was washed with hot water, and the hot water was decanted into a clean test tube. This is the precipitate that remains after washing with hot water. So this is the supernatant from step 2B that is being analyzed in step 2C. So first, a few drops of acetic acid is added to the tube. Then that tube is mixed. And then potassium chromate is added to the tube. And you can record your observations for step 2C. The precipitate that formed from the first step was washed in hot water twice, and this is the completion of step 3A. So the wash liquid is being tested by adding a few drops of the acetic acid, followed by the potassium chromate after we mix it here. And the washing steps of our precipitate are complete, since we have a clear yellow solution. Moving on to step 3B, the precipitate that we washed is now in the holder, and our 6 molar ammonia is being added to that precipitate. So that tube was vortexed, and this is the result. The tube was also centrifuged, so you can see very clearly on the bottom that there is some grayish precipitate. The supernatant from this tube will be used in the next step, step 4. So step 4 is being performed on the supernatant from step 3B. 6 molar nitric acid is being added while checking it on litmus paper. So 4 drops were added, And now litmus paper was checked, not acidic yet. Here is the litmus paper, so it's not acidic. So more nitric acid needs to be added to get it acidic. And instead of doing a drop at a time, we're adding, we're seeing precipitate form, and then we're testing for the pH. So it was mixed up. pH will be checked. Still not acidic. So more nitric acid is added, carefully observing what's happening. And the pH is checked again after it was mixed at that point. pH being checked. And now the blue paper turned red. And we can see that there is precipitate in that tube. And step 5 is not necessary. So there's the precipitate from step 4 on the bottom of the tube. Step 5 is not necessary.